Hi students, in the previous video we were talking about helping verbs or we call auxiliary verbs. Now let's revise whatever we have seen in the previous video. Also let's continue that exercise. We could understand that helping verbs help us to understand the tense in a sentence. It helps us to understand the tense in a sentence. There are two types of auxiliary verbs, primary auxiliary verbs and modal auxiliary verbs. Dear students, in the previous class, we were going through the primary auxiliary verbs. The primary auxiliary verbs has got three families: be family, have family and do family. Be family we use in continuous tense or in passive voice. And have family we use in perfect tense, and do family we use in simple tense. So, which are the different forms of be? Am, is, are, was, were. Am, is, are, was, were. These are the different forms of be. As I already said, we use be form in continuous tense, present continuous tense, past continuous tense, future continuous tense. In present continuous tense, we use am, is, are, and past continuous tense, we use was and were. In future continuous tense, we use will be. So, with singular subject, we use is, and with plural subject, we use are. In the past tense, we use was and were. We use was with the singular subject and we use were with the plural subject. In future continuous tense, we use will be. Here with the both singular and plural subject, we use will be. Dear students, now we'll go through the exercise on page number 65. Please look at the first one. Renu and her brother are sitting in their room. Here the subject Renu and her brother is a plural subject. So we use auxiliary verb are. Renu and her brother are sitting in their room. In the continuous tense, we use ing form of the verb. So sitting. Next one, both children are waiting for the rain to stop so that they can go outside. Here the verb is given in the bracket, that is wait. So what is the ing form of the verb? Waiting. Here, what is the subject here? Both children. That's a plural. So we use auxiliary verb are. Both children are waiting for the rain. This one, Renu is reading at her desk. Here Renu, that is the subject. So it is singular. So we use helping verb is. Ing form of the verb reading. Rajiv is playing with some toys on the floor. Here the subject is singular, Rajiv. So we use helping verb is. Then ing form of the verb playing. Rajiv is playing. A lamp is shining brightly on Renu's desk. Here subject is singular, so we use is. Sheru, the dog, is wagging his tail. Next, he is looking expectantly at Rajiv. Next, it looks as though Sheru is telling Rajiv that it is time for his walk. Next one, Sheru does not realize that it is raining. Dear students, as I already told that with the singular subject we use is, and with the plural subject we use are. Next we will go to have family. Dear students, do you know the have forms includes have, has and had. Among these have, has we use in present perfect tense, had in past perfect tense. We use have and has in present perfect tense and we use had in past perfect tense. In future perfect tense we use will have. So the structure of present perfect tense is subject plus has or have plus past participle of the verb. That means third form of the verb. For example, she has watched that movie. Here, if the subject is singular, it agrees has. She has, it has, Rani has, and Rahul has. Yes, students, if the subject is singular, it agrees has. Then, he has watched that movie. Here the subject is singular, so we use has. Next one, it has watched that movie. Rani has watched that movie. Rahul watched that movie. Next, the use of have. If the subject is plural, it agrees have. That means we use have. If the subject is plural, it agrees have. That means we use have. I and you is the rare case only. Even though it is singular, it agrees have only. For example, Rani and Rahul have watched that movie. They have watched that movie. Here the subject is plural. We have watched that movie. Once again I repeat, I and you is rare case only. Even though it is singular, it agrees have only. It is a rule. Next, the use of auxiliary verb had. Dear students, had is used as auxiliary verb in past perfect tense. The structure of this tense is that subject plus had plus third form of the verb. See, had is used as auxiliary verb in past perfect tense. Here, the subject is singular or plural. It agrees had only. If the both singular and plural subject agrees had only. If so that means we use had both singular and plural subject. Both singular and plural subject we use had. For example, I had finished the test when the bell rang. He had finished the test when the bell rang. They had finished the test when the bell rang. Have you understood? Dear students, we use had both singular and plural subject. Had is used as the auxiliary verb in the past perfect tense.